Alright, for this time, let's talk about test construction. So that, or the tools construction. Tools are very important in research. Okay, we cannot measure an elephant by climbing a tree, and vice versa. A monkey in swimming in the ocean like the fishes. So constructing the suitable tool is very important for us to get the right data, for us to have the right results for the research. Otherwise, at the very beginning, you will commit the mistake and it will jeopardize the results. So in doing the test construction, these are the things or the elements that we have to consider. The first one is validity. It is the extent to which the test measures what it intends to measure. So it must be valid. Another one is the reliability. It is the consistency with which test measures what it is supposed to measure. Is it consistent in all throughout the population, the respondents that you want to be tested, and of course the usability. The test can be administered with ease, clarity, and uniformity. That's somewhat tantamount or equivalent to the validity, like the phase and content validation. Alright, so for this time, I'll just be talking about three most commonly used tools or tests in doing action research. The first one is the multiple choice, especially if you are doing an experimental type of research. And of course, the two other ones are the survey, the Likert scale type of test, and the open-ended, especially if you are if you want to get the qualitative data. Right. In doing the test construction in general, this is the procedure that we can maximize for us to do this test and tools. So we can start with having the outline. For the multiple choice, we are going to produce the TOS or table of specification and do the draft. And after that, do the ordering of that, and then phase validation. You do the content validation, and then that's the time that the test will be analyzed and will be submitted for as final copy. For pilot testing. Alright, so first one that we have to consider for the multiple choice type of test, it must ensure that the test, what to look for a multiple type of test. So when checking the stems for corrections, ensure that the stem asks a clear question. So there must be a clear question. Reading level is appropriate to the students. So if your respondents are elementary, in terms of comprehension, they have different level of comprehension compared to that of the secondary. And of course, the stem must be grammatically correct, and negative statements are discouraged, though you can use it in a seldom manner. Alright, so these are some of the examples that we have to that we can consider in doing the multiple choice type of test. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so as a rule of thumb in doing the multiple choice type of test, it must undergo the process of phase validation. So you can have your co-teachers check it for you, the way it looks. The length, the choices must be arranged according to length. Or you can in cases of options are of words, you can arrange it alphabetically. So those are the things that you can consider in doing the phase validation, in doing this multiple choice type of test. And of course, after you do the phase validation, you can have the content validation. You can ask your co-teachers who are of the same field like yours, and then you can have them check the content. So that's about the multiple choice type of test. The next or the second commonly used type of tool or test in doing research is especially in action research, is the Likert scale type of test. So for this time, let's have this example. As you can see, for example, item number 1, the celebrity endorser is trustworthy. So that being trustworthy of the endorser is actually immeasurable or cannot be measured. Okay, but for it to be, for that qualitative aspect or attribute to be converted into something that is measurable, we are ranking that feeling, that perception. So for example in here, strongly disagree up to strongly agree. We can let the respondents rank that item. For example, from strongly disagree to strongly agree, so that you can have that particular qualitative attribute, something that is somewhat measurable, and that is the Likert scale. There are so many forms of doing the Likert scale. You can have the way you feel, like icons, in terms of number, or in terms of a gauge. So that is the second type, the Likert scale. Alright, and the last one is the open-ended questions. So specifically, if you want to get the qualitative data, for example, why do you think reading is important? Right. So the answer there, it must vary, or it varies. Right. So it depends. One respondent answers differently from compared to others. So that is the open-ended type of questions, and that's all. These are the three the most commonly used tools or tests in doing research: multiple choice, the Likert scale, and the open-ended questions.